Fantastic. Holy moly. I'm here.
This meeting would be more productive if Udina was to join us.
Counselor Udina isn't available, but as his top advisor, I speak with his full authority and approval. Shepard will be here and... Oh, Commander. We were just talking about you.
It's been a long time, Anderson. I hope the last couple of years have treated you right.
There have been some rough spots. It's good to have you back.
We've heard many rumors surrounding your unexpected return. Some of them are unsettling.
We called this meeting so you could explain your actions, Shepard. We owe you that much. After all, you saved our lives in the battle against Saren and his Geth.
You mean Sovereign?
Saren wasn't the one commanding the Geth. It was the Reaper, Sovereign.
Ah yes, Reapers. The immortal race of sentient starships allegedly waiting in dark space. We have dismissed that claim.
Shepard, no one else encountered the hologram on Ilos that told you the truth about the Reapers. Only you and your crew ever spoke with Sovereign. I believe you. But without evidence from another source, the others think Saren was behind the Geth attacks.
Go back to Ilos and talk to Vigil. Or just look at what's left of Sovereign. It's obvious the technology is more advanced than ours.
The hologram on Ilos is no longer functional, and we have found nothing to suggest that Sovereign was not a Geth creation.
The Geth are capable of remarkable technological achievements. This is probably why Saren recruited them.
This Reaper theory proves just how fragile your mental state is. You have been manipulated. By Cerberus, and before them, by Saren.
I kept Saren from conquering the Citadel. I sacrificed human lives to save this council.
We are in a difficult position, Shepard. You are working for Cerberus, an avowed enemy of the Council. This is treason, a capital offense.
That's too far. Shepard is a hero. If Counselor Udina were here, he wouldn't let this whitewash continue.
Maybe there is a compromise. Not a public acknowledgement given your ties, but something to show peripheral support.
Shepard, if you keep a low profile and restrict your operations to the Terminus systems, the Council is willing to offer you reinstatement as a Spectre.
How would that work?
What does that mean? Will I need to start filing reports?
That won't be necessary. This is a show of good faith on our part.
We cannot become involved in an investigation regarding the missing colonies in the Terminus systems. But Spectre reinstatement shows our support of you personally.
That actually is quite a gesture on the Council's part. Given that they've obviously made it clear they don't want to have anything to do with this Reaper theory, and that they view me as potentially a traitor for being at all affiliated with Cerberus, that's actually quite an offer on their part.
I accept your offer.
Good luck with your investigation, Shepard. We hope for a quick resolution and a quick end to your relationship with Cerberus.
Me too.
Well, that went better than expected. You realize the Council's offer is just simple.
The hell was... What is she doing? Miranda, what the hell? They won't actually do anything. Yeah, I've had enough challenges with the Council, but they've helped me when they've needed to. As minimally as they could, they've helped me.
Even if they don't help, I might as well stay on good terms.
True enough. Don't worry about the Council or the Alliance. I'll find some way to keep them off your back. Shouldn't be too hard. As long as you keep to the Terminus systems.
Right.
Anderson, we need to talk about... Shepard. What are you doing here?
Udina, your eyes look weird, dude. Visiting my friend, Admiral Anderson.
Stop by to see how Anderson was doing.
You don't have to cover for me. I invited Shepard here to speak with the Council. We just finished our meeting.
You went to the Council behind my back. Do the words political shitstorm mean anything to you?
Dude.
The Council reinstated my Spectre status. They're just happy I'm staying out in the Terminus systems.
Yes, I could see how that arrangement works best for both sides. But you still had no right to do this without my knowledge. Maybe it's time the Alliance found me a new advisor.
Do you really want people to know your advisor arranged to deal without you?
You can say you knew all along, or you can explain to the Alliance how you want to replace me for doing your job.
You don't leave me much choice, but I know this game. I'll tell the other counselors I'm on board.
Yeah, I really don't like Udina. I'm gonna dig in a little bit.
Better hurry. Fickle bunch. Quick to forget their friends.
Goodbye, Shepard. I hope you'll go back to the Terminus systems soon. It would be better for all concerned.
I'm sure you do. He's wearing like Crocs or something.
As bad as Udina was before, he's 10 times worse now that he's part of the Council. Better him than me, though. And he's done a good job promoting Alliance interests with the Citadel.
You haven't forgotten how you got here. The rest of them, they're buried in procedure.
Some of that is necessary. This place, the scale of it, doesn't hit you even when you're standing in it. But crack the files on interspecies relations, there's no end. We don't need an outside threat, Shepard. The balance here seems like it's fragile enough.
I'm surprised no one can tell Sovereign isn't Geth technology. Didn't they examine the wreckage?
We don't have much to look at. Pieces of it rained all over the station. It was chaos, with who knows how many species combing the wards for their dead. We secured as much of it as we could. But between the Keepers and a whole lot of unauthorized salvage, there's no way to account for even half of that thing. Another reason why they don't want to acknowledge what Sovereign was.
That's crazy. So that means that, like, all over the Citadel, people have pieces of Sovereign, like, in their homes, or criminals have it, like, in storage somewhere. It means there's, like, probably all kinds of people being exposed to the indoctrination beams. That's terrifying.
How long did it take to get this place back up to speed after the battle?
Still counting. The main areas of commerce and the most populated wards are complete. But estimates for total restoration are sitting around 5 years.
Wow.
The Keepers always surprise us, though. It's like our repairs are annoying. We'll put up an ugly new bulkhead, and in a few days, they've made it seamless. We never really thought of them as heavy lifters, and I have no idea where they get the resources. But we'd never get done without them.
Last I knew, we were still fighting holdouts.
That's why I died.
But they are increasingly disorganized. It's long since stopped being called a war. More like cleanup. Not that you can ever discount them. But we haven't had serious casualties for months. A civilian ship will spot an enclave and we send in a squad to clear it. They're not quite the boogeymen they used to be.
What happened to Gunnery Chief Williams after the Normandy was destroyed?
Operations Chief Williams is still with the Alliance, but she's working on a special mission. It's classified. I can't say any more. Not while you're working with Cerberus, I'm sorry.
That's understandable.
How have the last couple of years treated you?
Working for Udina isn't how I planned to spend my twilight years. Sometimes it feels like I'm just beating my head against a wall. Knowing the truth about Sovereign is brutal. It's nightmare stuff. I can't blame others for not wanting to believe it, but I know how important it is. So I keep trying. Fighting the good fight, right?
I'm not going to say you should come with me because I don't want to be with Cerberus to begin with, so let's just part ways.
I better go.
Of course, Shepard, I understand. I wish I could do more to help you. But if you ever want to talk, I'll be here. Just do me a favor and be careful. You can't trust Cerberus.
Understood, sir. I don't trust them. Thank you. Alright, Cerberus, come with me.
The colony of Mindoir has won the right to use Commander Shepard's likeness on its colonial seal.
I guess we can go back to Normandy. Back to the Normandy, not back to Normandy in France, although that would be kind of cool. I was thinking, you know, they say that all the...
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Of course I have. They say that all the frigates in the Alliance military are named after famous battles on Earth, right? I was just thinking, like, the Battle of Normandy obviously is the D-Day invasion in World War II. I would think that the Alliance wouldn't want to name their ships after battles on Earth, because all the battles on Earth were fought between peoples on Earth, humans. And a lot of them are still alive. A lot of those ethnicities are still alive. Like, imagine if you were a German, and in the future there was a frigate named the Normandy that was an Alliance vessel, represented all of humanity. You'd be like, yeah, I was the bad guy in that fight. It was not one of our finer moments. I don't know. You'd think you'd pick something that wasn't battles between humans. Unread messages? Thank you again. From Samesh Bhatia. Commander Shepard, Mr. Udina offered to pass on a message for me. I wished to again express my thanks for your assistance in retrieving my wife's body. While nothing can ever banish the pain of losing Nirali, being able to see that her body was treated properly helped me more than you can imagine. I have opened the restaurant that my wife always wished to start back on Earth. Nirali's picture hangs on the wall. An Alliance soldiers eat for free. It is the least I can do to honor the courage with which both you and my wife have served humanity. Sincerely, Samesh Bhatia. Well, that's very sweet. Actually, I should mark that red. Okay, so wait, what's the next? What's next? I don't even know what's next. Hang on. We got Kasumi's mission, but that's not a priority. I think maybe going to find... Oh, right. This stuff. Ingredients. Sarah's Ice Brandy. I can't do anything about that. And then Overlord. Aita. Okay, then let's go see Gardner and Chakwas. We'll take care of that, and then I guess we'll head to Omega. Doctor, I have good news.
How may I help you, Commander?
I have a present for you, Doc.
Sarah's ice brandy? You didn't. Thank you. I always regretted not opening that original bottle when I still could. I won't make the same mistake again. Why don't we open this bottle right here, right now?
That sounds nice, actually.
You crack open the bottle. I'll get the glasses.
I thought Alenko's biotic display might have broken Jenkins' back, but Jenkins pops up and yells, "That was awesome!" Oh, Jenkins. Soldiers like him make the Alliance great. Cerberus lacks the same enthusiasm.
Would have rather had that story be about Alenko, honestly. Jenkins kind of sucked, I think, but, toast to the fallen.
To Jenkins, to Presley, and to Alenko.
May they never be forgotten.
Ooh. Is this Dr. Chakwas? Oh, she's taking a nap. I don't think I ever noticed that before. Edie?
What's this area of the ship?
Edie, I'm drunk.
The sick bay. It is equipped to provide short-term emergency care. In the event of critical injury, personnel must be transferred to a fully equipped medical facility.
What? Gardner, I need something to eat.
Commander, those provisions you provided were perfect. I owe you. I've already thrown together some of my calamari gumbo.
It sounds
Here,
good,
try
actually.
a bite.
Sure. Your hands clean?
Truth told, it's based on an Asari recipe. Seems a little cannibalistic to me with their tentacle heads and all, but they ain't no good grub. Anyway, thanks again. You really came through.
Sure. No problem. Right. Let's get to Omega then. Warden Solus. And Zaeed Masani and somebody named Archangel. Oh, damn it, I went the wrong place. Let's go there. Okay, so we're actually going back to the system we came from, aren't we? We could help Kasumi right now, but we won't. Right. Omega. Yeah, something's definitely quieter in the traveling cinematics. That's strange. Let's... I'm thinking we could go explore the other systems first, but let's get the Omega people first. Then we'll explore the rest of this area. Omega. Built in the mined-out husk of a metallic asteroid, Omega has been a haven for criminals, terrorists, and malcontents for thousands of years. At times, the station has lain idle and abandoned for centuries, only to be reactivated by a new group of outlaws seeking a fresh start. The space station's original elegant design has given way to haphazard expansion by scrabbling factions of every species. There is no central government or unifying authority on Omega, and nobody can recall a time there ever was one. Population of 7.8 million. Here we go! Omega. So quiet. I'm okay with it though, I guess. The Omega approach, I think, is probably my favorite approach of any Mass Effect world ever. It's great. Let's take these two because we still don't really know Kasumi. I'm not going to bother with her right now. Still only have 2 points to assign, so let's wait on that. These guys are all leveled up as far as they can go. It's great. Weapons, nothing's changed here.
Welcome to Omega. You're new here, aren't you? I can always tell. Allow me to... Oh, hello, Mocklin. I was just...
Leave, Fargate. Now.
Batarian.
Of course, Mocklin. Whatever she wants.
Blasted scavengers. Welcome to Omega, Shepard.
You know who I am?
Of course. We had you tagged the moment you entered the Terminus systems. You're not as subtle as you think. Aria wants to know what brings a dead Spectre to Omega. I suggest you go to Afterlife now and present yourself.
Yeah. I'll do that when I feel like it.
I'll talk to your boss when I'm damn well ready.
Then you'd better get ready. No one keeps Aria waiting. Afterlife now.
I'm receiving quarantine warnings about the slums where Dr. Morden Solus runs the clinic. Anticipate resistance at the transport station. I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting station at Afterlife that may have information on him.
Right. What was I just about to do? I'm going to turn up the brightness just a little bit more. In fact, that's the maximum, so there we go. And the sound, I'm thinking maybe the cinematics are quiet because the sound effect volume is low. Let's turn it up to 20. Hopefully the gunshots and stuff won't be too loud then. We'll see.
Please.
Excuse me. Ooh.
Please.
Help a Batarian?
No one said you could talk, jackass.
You Zaeed Masani?
Yeah, that's me. You must be Commander Shepard. Hey, we have a galaxy to save.
My contacts told me we're picking up 1 man, not 2.
Batarian delinquent. Pissed off someone rich enough to hire me to go after him. And for my bring him in alive rates, even.
Please.
Batarians have 5 fingers.
I said, shut it. Tried to lead me on a chase all over the systems. He should have known better. These people always run to Omega.
5 fingers is unusual for the alien races. I think only the Asari have 5 fingers.
What's gonna happen to him?
I'm gonna turn him in for the bounty. Don't much care what happens after that.
What do you know about the mission?
I assume you've been briefed.
I've done my homework. Cerberus sent me everything I needed to know.
What's your relationship with Cerberus?
Easy. Cerberus is paying me a lot of money to help you on your mission. That's the long and short.
Not many mercs would take a suicide mission for the pay.
Most mercs don't get an offer like the one Cerberus sent me. This mission doesn't sound like good business, but your elusive man can move a lot of credits.
Go ahead and get set up on the Normandy.
Right. I'll go make myself at home. I assume the elusive man told you about our arrangement.
No. I guess he decided to leave that information out of the dossier.
Good thing I asked. Picked up a mission a little while back, just before I signed on with Cerberus. Thought you might be interested. You heard the name Vito Santiago? He's the head of the Blue Suns. Runs the whole organization. Seems he recently captured an Eldfell Ashland refinery on Zoya, and is using their workers for slave labor. The company wants it dealt with.
Alright, first time.
We'll get to it if we can. Our mission takes priority.
I know you've got bigger fish to fry. That's why I'd like to get this other thing dealt with as soon as possible.
From the hip, even. That was a good shot.
I better turn this thing in before it starts to stink. I'll be locked and loaded next time you're ready to get some killing done.
Ready? We are busy. Morning, low power. Alright, so they said we're supposed to check in at Afterlife right away and look into freaking Archangel business.
Omega, what a piss hole. At least it keeps you on your toes. I've had to come here on business before. I feel like I need a shower afterward, in addition to normal decontamination.
Looks pretty seedy, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of Mad Max, actually.
Come on, let me in.
Can you imagine having to plead with the Elcor bouncer?
If she were expecting you, you'd be inside. What are you looking at?
Did you just pull a gun on me?
The man whose day I'm about to ruin.
I'm not looking for trouble.
Maybe I am. Maybe you better get out of here before I find you some.
All right. I've got stuff to do anyway. Come on, let's get out of here.
Yeah, Shepard feels no love for Batarians. He's not necessarily, I don't think, racist toward them, but they did kill everybody that he cared about on Mindoir, and he kind of, Batarians did. Not the Batarians as a species, but the people that did the killing happened to be Batarians. So, by default, he kind of is untrusting of them. Which I guess is a form of racism, I suppose, but... sorry, everywhere you look, and none of them the one we want to see. Oh, sorry, I thought I was going to get to ask him something. Stare each other down. This is like a merc right here.
I'm busy.
Okay, he doesn't want to talk to us. Where do we go? Kid? This lady's looking for a kid? So lower level. Okay. Looking for somebody named Aria.
You want to talk? Talk to Aria.
Okay, take it she's up here then. Must be the VIP. Oh, yes. These very well-armed people must work for Aria. The hell? Where did where'd her talk box go? Aria? What the crap? What the hell? Can't talk to her now? Door examine. That's weird. What in the world just happened? Is this game bugging out on me? Let's talk to Anto again. Maybe that'll make a difference.
Step back. What? I'm not here to chat.
Alright, but I can't talk to your boss. Something went weird. Hey! Trinity! What the hell? Okay. Okay, maybe I load this, huh? See if this makes a difference. Hopefully we've already gone through the Zaeed Masani talk. Weird, huh? Okay, we did the talk with the Batarians, I guess. That was weird. I don't know what happened there. Wow, look at this place. Crazy, huh? Okay, there's a bartender that we can't talk to. And there's a merc over here that we can't talk to. Let's talk to Anto.
You want to talk? Talk to Aria.
Let's talk to Aria before we can't. What the fuck? I hit the button and then it disappeared.
I'm busy.
Talk to Aria at the Afterlife Club on Omega. Great. Something's not working here. Ooh, this is where things get crazy. Dancing. Actually looks like kind of a chill lounge down here. They've got private dancers. That may be your private dancer. Yep, that looks like Asari doing their thing. There's ways out. Okay. We've scoped the place. We're going to try talking to Aria one more time, and then I'll just have to... I don't know what I'll have to do after that. Google the problem, I suppose. Yeah, in large part due to Batarian attacks, you jerk. There we go. Okay.
That's close enough.
Motherfucker, everybody's pulling guns on me in this place.
Stand still.
Shut up.
Try it and you'll be scanning the inside of your colon.
I'd almost pay to see that, but it's not an option. You want to talk, you get scanned.
If you're looking for weapons, you're not doing a very good job.
Can't be too careful with dead specters. That could be anyone wearing your face.
I was told you're the person to talk to if I have questions.
They're clean.
Depends on the questions.
You run Omega?
I am Omega.
I always liked that. That was cool. Kind of forced, but always cool.
But you need more. Everyone needs more something, and they all come to me. I'm the boss, CEO, queen, if you're feeling dramatic. It doesn't matter. Omega has no titled ruler and only one rule. Don't
fuck with Aria. Man, Aria is so freaking awesome.
I like it. Easy to remember.
If you forget, someone will remind you.
And then I toss your sorry ass out the nearest airlock.
Fat chance.
So, what can I do for you?
Tell me how you got set up here.
That's as privileged as information gets. I have many friends and enemies I keep at varying distances. I don't count you among either. We'll see how useful you prove. Short answer? Mind your own damn business.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, you must know what's what on Omega.
Everything that's worth knowing. I don't usually give it out freely. Information is power. Mundane things you can find yourself. Take a walk in a back alley or buy one of the mercs a drink. Better yet, talk to the entertainers. They give great tours. Just don't waste my time.
One scan and we're straight to business? People are usually more concerned about who I am.
Your death was downplayed, but hardly what I call a secret. I had to make sure it was really you. You could have been anyone, anything. Whatever you need will come out on its own. I'm curious, but Omega doesn't really care about you.
I'm looking for Morden Solus. Do you know where I can find him?
The Solarian doctor? Last I heard, he was trying to help plague victims in the quarantine zone. I always liked Morden. He's as likely to heal you as he is to shoot you.
What can you tell me about him?
Used to be part of the Solarian Special Tasks Group. He's brilliant and dangerous. Just don't get him talking. He never shuts up. If you really need to find him, take a shuttle to the quarantine zone. No guarantee they'll let you in, of course.
I like that no matter how low-lifey scum we get in this game, every character still takes the time to enunciate Special Tasks Group all the way. They all have perfect diction, no matter how roguish or underhanded they are.
I'm trying to track down Archangel.
You and half of Omega. You want him dead too?
Why's everyone after him?
He thinks he's fighting on the side of good. There is no good side to Omega. Everything he does pisses someone off. It's catching up to him.
I'm putting a team together. He's on my list.
Interesting. You're gonna make some enemies teaming up with Archangel. That's assuming you can get to him. He's in a bit of trouble right now.
What kind of trouble?
The local merc groups have joined forces to take him down. They've got him cornered, but it sounds like they're having trouble finishing him off. They've started hiring anybody with a gun to help them.
Sounds like that might be our ticket in.
They're using a private room for recruiting. Just over there. I'm sure they'll sign you up.
Which merc groups are after Archangel?
Blue Suns, Eclipse, Blood Pack. They're Omega's major players.
He's pissed everybody
Unless
off.
they're at war, you'll never see them together. But one thing they hate more than each other is Archangel.
What can you tell me about Archangel?
Not as much as I'd like. He showed up here several months ago and started causing all sorts of problems. If you make your own laws, which everyone here does, he makes life difficult. He's reckless and idealistic. But he seems to know enough to stay clear of me.
I appreciate the help.
See if you still feel that way when the mercs realize you're here to help him.
Sounds like I don't have much time to waste.
You've got all the time in the world. Archangel? Not so much.
Huh. That kind of makes it sound like we should look for Archangel first. And Morden afterwards. Archangel seems to be in a bit of a critical situation. He may not survive long enough for us to find him if we go get Morden first.
I hear you're recruiting.
Why don't you step inside? You'll get paid when the job's done, just like everyone else. Who's next? You three look like you could do some damage. Looking for a good fight?
I don't want to give away that we're looking for Archangel. Sure.
You could say that.
Standard fee is 500 credits each. You get paid when the job's done. If you die, your friends don't collect your share. You'll need your own weapons and armor. Looks like you got that covered.
Sure.
And no, this does not make you a member of the Blue Suns, Eclipse, or the Blood Pack. You are a freelancer, period. Any questions?
Seems like a lot of trouble for just one guy.
You had a whole team, but we've dealt with them. Now he's just one guy. But he's got the advantage. It's his base of operations, and he knows we're coming. He's planned for an attack like this. We've lost a lot of men trying to get to him already.
It's gonna be tough to get to him.
Like chasing a Vorch out of the sewer pipes. But that's why we're recruiting. If we just keep throwing fighters at him, we'll get him eventually.
What do we do once we're there? How do we get to Archangel?
The mercs will tell you when you get there. Last I heard, they were putting the freelancers into scouting groups. They attack in waves to distract Archangel while we try to get past his defenses.
So we're just fodder for his bullets?
If you don't like it, don't sign up. But if you do your job right, it's easy credits. Besides, what are the odds he can kill all of you?
Sounds like he's been doing that pretty well.
Why are the mercs working together to take down Archangel?
You haven't been on Omega long, huh? He does everything he can to screw with us. Shipments go missing. Operations are compromised. Every month it gets worse. Tarek and the other bosses are tired of losing credits. And men.
Is he a heavy hitter? How many merc bosses are involved in this attack?
Yeah. Tarek runs the Blue Suns, but all three bosses are overseeing the operation. Jarrett's leading the Eclipse and Garm's the head of the Blood Pack. Tarek's in charge, but the others would never say that. I'm surprised they're in on this at all, but I guess getting rid of Archangel is worth it.
Where's the attack taking place?
Archangel's base of operations. He's been hiding right under our noses. I can't tell you exactly where you're going, but we'll get you there.
Where do we go?
Just head over to the transport depot outside the club. One of our boys will take you from there. Send in the next one.
Hey, is this where I sign up?
Guy looked like he was 12 years old.
You look a little young to be freelancing as a merc.
I'm old enough. I grew up on Omega. I know how to use a gun.
So does Archangel.
I can handle myself. Besides, I just spent 50 credits on this pistol, and I want to use it.
Okay. Knock yourself out, kid.
If you're sure registration's in here, good luck. You'll need it.
Perfect. Thanks.
Sure, whatever. Kind of weird that they're recruiting inside the club. What you think? Yes, we're gonna find Archangel first. Sounds like he might not live too long.
Come on, let me in.
So I think we go... what?
He's expecting me.
This way? This place is crazy. Blue Sun's driver. Yeah, here we go.
I'm on the mission.
I hope you're ready. Archangel's been annihilating you freelancers.
Sure, let's go.
Ready when you are.
Get in.
Because we already have him with us. And we haven't leveled up yet, so let's just move on.
It's about time they sent me someone who looks like they can actually fight.
You bet. I'm ready to go.
Me with you?
I'm
Nope.
on my own. I don't need any help. Just tell me where to go.
Right. Just head through there. I'm sure you'll find your way.
Tell him where to go, brah. This is gonna be sick.
They tell you what we're up against?
Just tell us where to go.
Archangel's holed up in a building at the end of the boulevard over there. He's got superior position, and the only way in is over a very exposed bridge. It's a killing ground.
Yeah, you're not encouraging me to think I made the right decision.
We'll have him soon enough.
I'll get to him. Just point me at that bridge.
I like your attitude, but we've got a plan in place. You'll be on a distraction team. Head straight over the bridge and keep Archangel busy, so the infiltration team can sneak in behind him.
Sounds like a suicide mission to me.
Indeed.
Pretty much. But you look like you can handle it. Head up to the boulevard and get to the third barricade. Talk to Sergeant Katka. He'll tell you when to go in.
Sounds like a suicide mission. Pretty much, but you look like you can handle a suicide mission where you actually die.
What do you know about Archangel?
I'm the wrong guy to ask. I just do logistics. Tarek and the other merc bosses have been dealing with him for a while now. But don't be surprised if they're not thrilled about talking to a freelancer.
Where's the infiltration team now?
On the far side of the bridge near his hideout, but they can't get any closer without being seen.
How'd they get that close without being seen?
More distractions. Tarek used a gunship to keep Archangel busy. We were able to sneak a few men into his hideout before he took it down, but they're stuck there. We need to keep Archangel focused on the bridge, so he doesn't find them and wipe them out.
So the bridge is the only way to his hideout?
Exactly. Archangel collapsed all the underground passageways and sealed the doors to the lower levels. We've got teams digging, but it's taking too long. If they can get the gunship flying again, that'll help. But I'm hoping the infiltration team will finish the job and we can all go home.
They were using a gunship to take out one guy?
Yeah, and Archangel shut it down. He didn't destroy it, but he knew just where to hit it to disable it. It
Sounds
wasn't even
good.
a fair fight. At least not for us.
I like this guy.
I better go find
Archangel.
Sergeant Katka.
Good idea. Watch yourself on the boulevard. Archangel's killed dozens out there already.
Well, we might have a way in, but getting out could be interesting.
Let's find him first. Then we'll figure out how to get back.
Sounds fun either way.